and how even when we are in the lowest situations of negative moments, and we're full of negative energy still, you could be able to manage to be able to transfer that negative energy into a positive one. Of course, there are ways of thinking or patterns of thinking, and nobody better to tell us about those particular patterns. But of course, our dear guest, she's going to talk to us about the positivity and how to transfer this negative energy into a positive energy. Good morning, Iman.
And very good morning, Dina. Very good morning.
First of all, every time you come over here, you fill the whole studio with the positivity.
حبيبتي,
I don't know from where,
I feel the very same.
Whenever Iman is with us, she is filling the whole place with positivity.
My pleasure. Thank you. I feel the very same. Wallah, thank you very much for this. I hope I deserve this.
So Iman is going to be talking as usual about positivity, but in her own way.
And your own way today is just a piece of chocolate rather than flowers. Okay, great, but only once, Iman. You know, I do care about calories. But Iman, as Dina said, it's about being positive and about transferring our negative energy into a positive one. I'm glad that this topic is raised right after the holy month of Ramadan.
Yes.
Right after the holy month of Ramadan, meaning that it was filled with the spiritual atmosphere,
very much, indeed.
Joy, filled at least relatively or in a way.
Yes.
How to keep it on this way? I mean, how not to lose what we have gained if we gained something in the holy month of Ramadan.
I have to say I'm really thankful for this beautiful introduction. I hope I deserve it. Thank you very much. It's about as you said, Yadina, being in the lowest of situations, having, no matter what's happening to us in life, it depends on how we perceive things, okay? How we take it, how our subconscious mind interprets what's happening to us. Of course, during the beautiful and holy month of Ramadan, our spirituality level supposedly goes to a very, in a very high place. Why not keeping it, okay, there, trusting God, okay? He loves us, okay? There is always something positive behind anything that's happening to us, no matter how dark it looks like, okay? Wait till the end. Maybe just trust the process, trust what's going on. Try to find the gift or gifts in any situation, no matter how it looks like. Very briefly, that's what I do believe in. Regarding the how to stay positive, it depends on how you program your mind, how your subconscious mind is programmed, okay? Oh, today something negative will happen to me. I hear people saying so, okay? I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect after believing so from the very beginning, okay? Like attracts like. Of course, all of us, we know this, very common and very familiar sort of law, okay? What you're searching for is looking for you, okay? So even in our religion, أنا عند ظن عبدي بي, okay? What you believe, okay, what you think will happen to you, actually it will happen to you. Did I answer the question? I hope I covered it somehow. Thank you.
And Nermeen, if you'd like to,
just to add or to continue on this, Iman, you said just before going on air that you are always a flower, but to speak on behalf of a flower, this is a new way to introduce yourself. So, if you please, because we are going to continue after listening to this new point.
I didn't know whether I'll just to tell you about the poem itself, to read the poem for you, and then find out who's talking at the end, or just to start by saying it's a rose, it's a flower talking about her miserable situation, and she doesn't find anything positive in it. And of course, sometimes I try to send a message via saying the opposite of what I mean to say. So the person in front of me, automatically he or she interprets like she means that. It's here, it's not there. So the title is Good Morning, Rose. A rose is talking about herself. I really had more than enough. My life is exceptionally tough. Poor I, poor me, that misery. Won't you agree? Here comes my stuff. Stay in that place, look up very high. Want me to be thankful? Why? Where is the rain, the sun, the gain from these heavy clouds in the sky? A lot of stings from a monster bee, sucking my blood, thinking it's free. I can't foresee what's in it for me. Says who I do eat sweets, honey. Furthermore, she does adore my core, eating my grains, keeping them in store, the pollens. I'm not so sure what type of rapport, charity and me, what a metaphor. Dear Rose, all right. You see no bright side in your words, all black, no white, no rain, no gain, just purely pain. The monster bee will only bite. All due respect to you, just next time to present all that, try best to find the gift with clarity missed. Inside the shell, many pearls exist. I'm sarcastic, sort of sarcastic. The rose is complaining, look, it's misery. I'm living in plain misery. The clouds, see the heavy clouds, okay, there is no sun, there is no rain, okay. But now let's wait, either the wind will take the heavy clouds far away, or it will rain and you'll enjoy the sun and the water, you'll get the water you need, and so on and so forth. Regarding the bee, okay, maybe these are the human beings who teach us some lessons, okay? As far as this example is concerned, actually the rose benefits a lot from the bee. It's a mutual benefit, actually, okay? It's true that she doesn't benefit from the sweets, no chocolates, no honey, I mean the honey that the bees make, yet you exist, you continue to exist thanks to what the bee does to you. Actually, having offsprings, the pollination, this. Yep. I mean, there is something, I mean to say there is a present, there is a gift, okay, inside every situation. This person treated me the wrong way, he or she wronged me. There is a lesson I should learn here. There is always something positive to get from any situation. Once we are programmed that way, the whole thing will look different. We'll see it from a totally different perspective. That's what I personally believe in.
Going back to positivity, of course, positivity is is an element that is required daily. I mean, it's not for the sake of society, it's not for the sake of, I mean, just a behavior, but it's for your
It's a way of life.
Right.
It's a way of life, yes.
It's for your own psychological health.
Indeed.
Once you abandon positivity, you are the first one who's going to be harmed.
Very much.
So if you like to shed some light on this, the importance of attaining positivity as a manner or as your daily routine, regardless of anything that is happening. I mean, whatever the situation could be frustrating, you still should attain a positive outlook and a positive attitude.
I can listen to some words you haven't articulated. Maybe the word where we're living nowadays is quite challenging. Once you going to work, for instance, going to meet a friend, the traffic is not very smooth and lots of people, I don't know why it's becoming like c'est la mode, okay? I mean, talking negatively. I can compare it to, it's a disease. Actually, it's not something positive. It's not something to be followed. And thank you for this approach, Adina, because if I presume that virtually every single person will have this approach. I mean, what is the society but lots of individuals, me, you, her, he, she, you know what I mean to say. So I should have my own tools to stay positive no matter what exists around me, what surrounds me. For instance, maybe I told you that nowadays I'm an NLP student. I'm studying neuro-linguistic programming. And yes, and I love actually to study something new every sort of couple of years to stay in the mood of learning, because it's for me it's a tool to stay positive, to know more, not to feel like I've reached, no maturity. There is no maturity.
But this science in specific is also controversial since the 90s when Bandler and Grinder, they put the very first basics of it. Till the moment it was not approved or proved if this is going to really work or no. It's our own way of thinking about it. It's our impression. Whether it's going to work, then it's going to work. Whether it's not going to work, then it's not going to work.
I've studied 2 courses, and there are 4 more courses to go. So far, it's up to you, as you said. It's your own subjective, personal reaction towards what you listen to.
Let's define NLP first.
And talking here still as a student, not as an expert, okay? The way I understand it, okay, we've been programmed to act or react in certain ways since our very early childhood. Maybe because of my mom and dad were behaving so.
Environment.
Exactly, okay? Nature or nurture, okay, both of them. It's a way of changing the way we respond to things, or we act in the very first place, through using the language to affect what has been stored subconsciously in our subconscious mind. That's, in my own words, in my own terms, how I define it. Okay.
Then how to use this positively, or to change our behavior, our way of thinking, our reaction, our way to absorb the surroundings, to take the positive things out of the negative ones?
One way to achieve this, Nermeen, is to, for instance, you've been through a very traumatic incident, okay? Something very negative happened to you, okay? I'll tell you an exercise I've seen with my own eyes during that course, and it did last around 2 hours and a half or 3 hours even. Our master, he was dealing with a girl who she lost her father, and it was about the traumatic death of her dear father. She was talking about the event, how it happened, what she's been through, and unfortunately she lost her fiancé during that very hard time because he was not up to, supporting her and so on. So it was so traumatic, and this impeded her from living a normal life. From that time on. So the technique, a certain technique that it's lots of steps. I don't remember all of them right now, of course, but the whole class, the whole students, we kept looking and monitoring what was happening. And actually, and I want to talk very, very silently, using a lower voice, very low voice to one of the assistants. She told me, Iman, please let's not talk now, because actually there is an operation going on here, okay? Her subconscious mind, that's an operation theater, okay? Her subconscious mind sort of open, and he's dealing something there. We don't want any noise to reach there, okay? Once this exercise was finished, okay, the second day the beautiful girl came having a totally different face, okay, saying, it was a rebirth, okay? It was a birthday, okay? I feel different. I feel lighter. I feel a real suffocation has gone from my neck. This is it's one way to achieve positivity, getting rid of what keeps us behind, what hinders our...
But the problem is to find someone to listen.
There are specialists. And once I finish the course, I believe I'll be one of these specialists, so I can help.
Dina, we should go.
I'm yours. I'll be here. It's really amazing, and I really hope this type of science, as many Egyptians as possible, they know about it. Because maybe it's something. It's very small, but it's really hindering your improvement and your development in life, and living a beautifully positive life.
Now we are going to have a promise that we are going to speak about this in detail in another.
That's a promise here. Thank you.
Iman, Elewa, thank you very much for
the pleasure is mine. Thank you very much. A beautiful day.
Spread energy as usual. Have a very
Thank you. Love you all.
wonderful day.
Thank you very much.
And I guess this brings us to the end of this edition of The Breakfast Show. My name is Tina Hussein, and I have all the pleasure to have with me Nermeen Abdurrahman, like usual, every Saturday morning. It has been a pleasure having you, Nermeen.
Thank you very much.
And also Iman Elewa have been a great sense of positivity for this Saturday morning. Many thanks to her coming over.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Tomorrow is another day with another crew. Stay tuned only on 9 TV International Hours for more, and it's goodbye for now.